What's up, guys? This is Wes with the Comic Book Show, here with Matt and Jeff. Jeff, what are you here celebrating, promoting? What are you excited about here at WonderCon?
I am here to talk about Convergence. It's
Yes.
DC's big event series. The 0-issue rolled last Wednesday. This Wednesday coming up is the #1, and it's the beginning of 8 consecutive weeks of Convergence glory. And in addition to my main story, there's also 40 monthly books, and they comprise 2-part monthly stories that deal with characters that have not been seen, in some cases, in the DC universe since Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Give us some examples, please.
Well, for example, if you haven't seen Green Lantern Parallax, if you haven't seen Blue Beetle, if you haven't seen, imagine Nightwing and Oracle, and they get married. Imagine Superman and Lois have a baby. Imagine those things and so many more. The main story are the characters coming out of World's End, Earth 2, and they get ripped from their reality at the end of World's End when Apocalypse takes over the planet, and they wind up on Telos, which is where Brainiac has been collecting doomed cities and doomed timelines from throughout 75 years of the DCU.
That's pretty awesome.
It's boss.
So I have a question. This is just an off-the-wall question. If Lois and Clark were to have a baby, do you think that could happen in the first place, or
It's DC Comics. It could definitely
So you're
happen
like,
in
yeah.
the first place. It could happen.
it's fiction, bro?
It could happen.
Okay.
As real as it is, and it's going to be real to the two of them. And Dan Jurgens, who's writing that particular monthly book, those characters also, spoiler alert, come into the final issues of the main Convergence story, and they play a big role.
Wow. Okay. So besides your own storyline, do you have any favorites of any other writers that you're a fanboy of?
You know, I'm a huge fanboy of Dan Abnett's Golden Age Justice League story that has Golden Age Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, Superman. Everyone is there, but they've been depowered inside Brainiac's domes for a year, and it's basically like being in retirement. And so what happens is Telos, the villain, who is Brainiac's keeper of cities, drops the domes, and they get their powers back for one last ride, one last adventure. The other stories that I love, you're going to see Wally and the kids looking for Linda, and you're going to see Fastback involved in that story.
Wow.
There's a great Green Lantern Parallax story, a Green Lantern Kyle Rayner story put up against the people from Cord. That's a gorgeous story, and those are all characters in addition to Supergirl that you're going to want to keep your eyes on as you're reading Convergence.
Okay, so just a few quick questions that I want to run down. The Multiverse has played a huge role in New 52, and you guys have been mapping this out. Is this all going to tie together with Convergence? Are we going to get to see a little bit more of the Multiverse?
That's a great question. Grant Morrison's really been laying a lot of groundwork in the Multiversity series. There's a map some of you may have seen with a question mark at one planet. Yeah, no, forget it. Yeah, that's, we're going to answer the question, what planet is there at
Right
the
here, right
question
now?
mark? Not right here, right
That's
now.
really cool of you. Did you guys hear that? Oh my God, you were so generous. You were so generous. Go ahead.
All right, okay, I have to tell
Let's
you.
go.
It's, what? It's Telos is the name of that planet.
Got it.
And something that happened during the writing of this series that I completely didn't expect was discovering the true role of Brainiac in the DC universe. An Ultra Brainiac that is the controlling consciousness of every Brainiac that you've ever seen. And the role that it plays really in the DCU is something that Grant Morrison has been teasing in Multiversity. And if you read it, and you read the final Multiversity book, and you follow Convergence, you'll get a real appreciation and understanding for what this Brainiac is all about.
Now, a lot of people are somewhat leery of the New 52, and I know a lot of people love DC leading up to the New 52, but they're having a hard time getting into it. So just really quickly, I want to list off some of the best things that people can actually remember from pre-52, and you can tell me if they're in them.
Sure.
Okay, so Parallax.
Yes.
Okay, Young Justice.
I wish. I'm a huge Young Justice fan, and I'm still campaigning because the final issue is not colored, written, and drawn and sent to the publisher. I am still Young Justice. Hashtag Young Justice.
That's right.
I would love to see an Aqualad appearance.
Okay, the purple-suited Jim Ballant Catwoman.
You are going to see. Don't know if you're going to see her.
Just say yes. It's fine. Just say we're gonna see her. Don't be that guy.
Gotham City Sirens back together again.
You are going to see an all-female Justice League. You are going to see some pretty crazy mashups of people. You're going to see Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Cain back together.
Okay, and the last one. Are we going to see Superpowers Brainiac, the robot, the all-silver guy?
You are going to see that. Buy yourself Convergence #0.
Twin Galaxies.